PUBG, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, is currently the it game in the mobile gaming world. And if you want to win big, here are some tips to help you out. This is Clash of Games, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please subscribe and turn on notifications to be notified of new uploads. Let's get this party started. Mobile gaming has been popular for a few years, and now and then a game emerges that completely dominates the market. We've had gems like Pokemon Go, Mini Militia, Flappy Bird, and Clash of Clans, but none has captivated the mobile gaming community quite like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds or PUBG. Gamers have spent endless hours playing the online multiplayer battle royale game and have become completely hooked by it. Of course, it can be a little tough achieving the chicken dinner, the game's ultimate victory, but don't worry, we've got your back. After hours of testing, we've compiled a list of tips that will help you win big and soon be able to call yourself a PUBG pro. First and foremost, master the technique of landing gracefully. When you get off the plane, keep in mind that amusement parks and sites like Pochinki, where many people land, are not the best places to go. When the plane approaches the end of the trail, a simple trick is to jump, but unfortunately most of the players will have leaped off and begun fighting at that point. The majority of the players who made it to the finish may have lost connectivity or quit the game. This will also assist you in obtaining a few kills. Remember that no one needs to know that the players you killed were sitting ducks. When it comes to PUBG Mobile looting, you must be extremely efficient. Make rapid decisions and don't waste time picking things up. Later in the game, it's essential to keep going while acquiring objects as you see them and discarding the ones you don't need. If there are opponents in your vicinity, get a rifle and some protection as soon as possible. Keep in mind that you don't have to get to the safe zone right away. The first 3 safe zone reductions happen slowly and aren't harmful. I recommend that you roam freely in these zones without needing to enter the safe zone or fear the blue zone. However, if you find yourself in the blue zone, remember to continue to heal yourself using medical supplies so that your health does not deteriorate. This will allow the players within the safe zone to fight it out and reduce competition. Let's talk about ammunition now. Ammunition management can be difficult. In the first few minutes of the game, collect various sorts of ammo until you find a solid set of guns that you like. Then, to make room for other objects, you should remove any unneeded ammo from your bag. We also recommend noting any ammo you've spilled in case your colleague needs it. As you move through the game, keep an eye on the quantity of ammo you have and continue looting enemy boxes. Also, make sure you keep reloading your gun between battles to avoid delays. Recoil is something you should practice. The training mode in PUBG Mobile is one of the best features since it helps you polish your abilities as a good PUBG Mobile player. The recoil of various guns is a technique that I recommend you practice when in training mode. The recoil of each gun is varied, resulting in different spray patterns, so to practice recoil, get your favorite rifle, walk over to a wall, and start shooting. Check to see how the spray pattern is generated on the wall after around 10 shots. After you've done that, try to counteract the coil by pushing the pistol to shoot in one direction during the following round of shooting. This will help you a lot during matches since you will aim at a competitor more steadily rather than using the spray and pray strategy. Hello there, mate. I hope you're having fun thus far. If you want more gaming stuff, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Stealth versus guns blazing. Because user experiences and skills differ, many players would argue which strategy works best in this game. However, the most suggested way is a balanced approach. Stealth comes in helpful when trying to take out adversaries without being seen or killed, and guns blazing is a terrific way to wipe out smaller areas packed with foes. Learn to use the map to your advantage well because greenery, buildings, and cars make excellent cover. Moving while crouched allows you to sneak up on unsuspecting adversaries because your footsteps are muffled. You can also adjust your strategy based on the weaponry and accessories you uncover in the game. Being quiet with a sniper or suppressed rifle is easier than with a machine gun or a heavy assault rifle. Only fire when you're within range. This is the ultimate newbie mistake in PUBG Mobile, and it will get you killed more than anything else. It's a delicate balancing act to determine when to conceal and when to attack, but you should never fire unless you're certain your weapon has a chance of striking the target. Knowing when you're in range will take some practice for newbies, but if you played any PvP shooters before, you'll already have a good understanding of the basics. Shotguns and SMGs are ideal for close-range burst damage. Assault rifles and pistols are ideal for mid-range battles, while sniper rifles are ideal for long-range pot shots. When you shoot a faraway enemy with a weapon like the Tommy gun, you're essentially giving up your position, which is a catastrophic mistake. Some weapons can be improved by adding attachments. Assault rifles with optics can sometimes outperform sniper rifles, but some are only usable in specific situations. Shotguns, for example, are excellent for clearing out a building, but virtually ineffective in open areas. If feasible, maintain complementary weapons on hand and avoid carrying two weapons that have the same function. Keep your eyes peeled for the map. Learning the layout of some regions of the PUBG map, let alone the entire map, will take a few games. Make sure you're paying attention to the mini-map and keeping an eye on the shrinking play area as you're getting acquainted with the landscape. The lone safe zone in PUBG is called the Circle. At some points during the game, this circle will begin to shrink, and you will die if you are outside of it for an extended period. As the circle decreases, the harm you incur in this electric blue field will increase. You'll be alright for a few minutes at first, but you won't last more than 10 seconds towards the end. Then it's time to get moving. Each fresh circle will appear as a white outline on your map, so if you keep an eye on it, you'll always know where to go next. There is no need to rush in the early stages, but as the game progresses, you'll need to move more quickly to prevent death, while also avoiding other players who will be doing the same thing. You should always try to stay in cover if at all feasible, but if you must move, do so quickly and purposefully. The tiny map also has one last surprise up its sleeve, a fire indicator which you must look out for. So if you hear gunfire in your neighborhood, take a quick look at the map to see where it's coming from. Make good use of your automobiles. In the game, you can drive a variety of automobiles. Because of the noise they produce, it's easier for enemies to see you while driving. You also need to keep an eye on your vehicle's health gauge, or you can wind up in a pile of burnt garbage. Carrying a gas can is also a smart habit to develop so that you can refuel your vehicle as needed. Finally, do not be addicted. When you're playing a game with such high stakes, it's easy to become addicted. We've already seen gamers become addicted to the game and wind up in rehab, but this is avoidable. People who live in a vacuum and do not engage in social relationships are more likely to acquire addictions like these. Making productive use of your time and cultivating genuine relationships are the greatest ways to prevent becoming addicted. For such things, AIIMS already has a de-addiction center, but creating meaningful relationships will nullify any addiction, says psychologist Anil Sethi. Another psychologist, Amit Shandok, recommends that people restrict their screen time and engage in other things. He says, rather than gaming for long periods, one should pursue a passion or do something helpful. Take breaks from your screen to interact with the people around you and only play video games for fun. Know that your game score and achievements aren't more important than your life. That concludes today's video. Please subscribe and switch on notifications to be notified of new uploads. Clash of Games is here, and we'll see you in the next video.